all-around title and her team title. Just think about some of the memorable performances that we saw at that 2018 World Championships in the women's competition. The vault bronze medal won by Alexa Moreno of Mexico, history-making. Ana Padarario winning silver for Canada on beam. That remarkable uneven bars final with Nina Derwahl winning the gold medal. Ellie Seitz of Germany taking the bronze. The performances of Murakami Mai and of Morgan Hurd. Liu Tingting, the beam champion. It was a fascinating World Championships, and we return to this setting for the Doha World Cup. Congratulations to all of the judges on their selection for a World Cup final. Here they are, the finalists in the women's floor competition. We're going to see some gymnasts that we've seen a lot over the course of this weekend, and some that we'll be seeing for the first time. And indeed the first time in a senior international final as an individual. Good luck to all of them. So many of the young fans are here for this exact moment to see the women's floor final. It's always one of the showpiece occasions in any gymnastics competition. Lots of Romanian fans. And they'll be watching the runner-up at the last European Championships on this apparatus. Let's have a look at the contenders. Kate MacDonald of Australia, second best in qualifying, looking for a second medal of this weekend. It's a really memorable performance, that, from Kate MacDonald. Choreographically, it's great. Everything that she does in between the tumbling passes fits beautifully with the orchestration. And there is some very fine tumbling going on there too. It's not just an example of high quality tumbling, it's got artistry. Up with purpose into the tuck position, rotating the body forwards and judging the landing so nicely. Only a minimal adjustment. Well-established releve position. And then powerful twisting at the end. She does take a bit of an adjustment, but how quickly she almost makes that seem choreographic, gets back on with the performance. The gymnast who realised a childhood dream of becoming an Olympian in Paris. Excited Canadian fans with Audrey Rousseau still to come. MacDonald 12.666, 4/10 down from qualification, all of that execution. Now the top performer in qualifying, teenager Sabrina Maneka-Voinea from Romania, the European Championship silver medalist last year. 13.7 in the preliminary round, with 5.7 for difficulty, much higher than any other gymnast. Goodness me, there is some tumbling going on in that routine. Crikey. Sabrina Maneka-Voinea of Romania with enormous difficulty and with her fans loving every moment of it. And she looked pretty thrilled about it herself too. The complexity of the tumbling passes is fantastic. Well, let us have another look at this display from the gymnast who was in the floor final at the Olympic Games and at the last World Championships, as well as being twice on a European podium in this apparatus. Look at this, the double layout and then back into the direction. Goes from layout into the tuck position. Total change of momentum. Worked superbly. Sabrina Maneka-Voynia, 13.6. Only 1/10 down in execution from qualification. All else remains the same. That is going to be extremely difficult to beat. To Amber Wensi-Ward of Hong Kong, the 8th best in qualifying with 11.866. She's been an Asian junior champion on vault, the first ever athlete from Hong Kong to win an Asian Junior Championship title. Brilliant accomplishment. Wasn't that lovely? Some really good gymnastics from Amber Ward of Hong Kong. She trains in Victoria in Australia at MLC Gymnastics. Has actually been a junior national championship medalist in Australia, but opted to represent Hong Kong, China in 2023. She's very focused on the next Olympiad. A very poised gymnast to watch. What a nice layout position. Rotating the body around twice. Very promising, this. Reason to be excited if you are a fan of the Hong Kong team. Amazing accomplishment to win that vault title at the Asian Junior Championships in Singapore a couple of years ago. Such a milestone moment for gymnastics in Hong Kong, China. She had the lowest difficulty score of any of the qualifiers. But she's one of the younger ones in the field. .833, virtually the same as qualification, very consistent. She's lost a small amount of difficulty and gained most of it back in execution. Medina Kambasova of Kazakhstan, the 7th best in qualification. She's made her senior international debut at this event. Overlapping orchestration, but a very different take from Kate McDonald. Nice to watch from Medina Kambasova of Kazakhstan. Did have a couple of passes that involved a step out, but she's only 15, this young athlete who competed at the Asian Junior Championships in Singapore a couple of years ago. And she's trying to put in some quite high octane tumbling. Really good effort to get the legs up to the horizontal position as stipulated by the code of points. Coming out of the twist position, one foot goes out. Gets good elevation as she tucks backwards a couple of times. And again, it's the twist position that leads to going out of bounds, this time the foot going forwards. So there will be some penalty tenths to be accrued there by Medina Kambasova, but lots of really positive work from her in this debut World Cup competition. 11.966. She's actually improved her difficulty by 1/10, 2 penalty tenths. But good to see the difficulty push up. Madinakhon Robijonova of Uzbekistan from the capital city of Tashkent. Her first ever senior international final as an individual. She was part of the team that won bronze at the Asian Championships last year. really good to watch, isn't she? Some choreography that fitted very nicely with the choice of orchestration. Some tumbling that was performed with clarity. Sixth best in qualification with a score of 12.166. Lovely to see her in a World Cup final for the first time. Nice reaction there from her fellow gymnasts and the coaching staff of other delegations. Does a lot of nice work with her hands. It gives the choreography a very deliberate feel, a very purposeful feel. Clearly is comfortable in the dance elements. Had to work quite hard to keep stability in the wolf turns, maintain the toe point, but she did it. Loses perhaps a little of the ideal twisting clarity, but again she's well aligned as she comes back down to ground. This the double tuck, that was bang on, wasn't it? Great releve, she's right up on the front part of the foot. Again, that's more evidence of the dancing ability. Good back bend as she jumps. Very well done to her, 12.266. She's actually into the bronze medal position with only 3 gymnasts to go. Excellent. To the Hungarian Sharapeta, 5th best in qualifying with a score of 12.333. The 22-year-old from Budapest, Sharapeta, the gymnast who won the floor title at the Hungarian Masters Championships back in October. Looking for what would be just a second appearance on a World Cup podium and a first in this apparatus. Lots of well-performed tumbling work there. Difficulty, certainly competitive in this field. She had 0.1 of penalty marks in qualification. Let's look back at this from Sharapeta. double pike with a small backwards move. But lots that was well performed. A little wobbliness on the wolf turns, but again, not much. That the more sizable adjustment, as there was a slightly jarred landing out of the twists. She scored 12.333 in qualification. And she's well up here, 12.833. So into the silver medal position with 2 gymnasts to go. She might well be in luck here. Audrey Rousseau of Canada, third in qualification with a score of 12.9. It's really rare on floor that you can actually visualize a dance partner. And one of the most lovely things about that display from Audrey Rousseau is that you can almost see the movement of the other person that isn't there. It actually looks like a pair's collaborative dance. And that's very skillful. And some of it is the choreography, but a lot of it is actually what she does facially, what she does with her eyes. It's a very compelling performance from an artistic standpoint. Oh, and by the way, the tumbling's cracking as well. Just important to mention that there is some excellent acrobatic work, but one must dwell upon the sense of projection that you get from Rousseau, that performative quality. That really was delightful. Big double tuck, and what was so impressive there was how quickly she snapped out of that low landing, that pike landing. This is nice, coming out into the stag jump and boom, back into the choreography to give the whole thing a cohesive feel. Quite a tumbler too. But I stand by my initial comment about it being possible almost to visualize the dance partner and to see that as a collaborative routine. That's rare and really nice. There we go, 12.833. She has gone into the silver medal position. She doesn't have the difficulty of Moneka Vojnia, but it was really artistic and really stylish. Greta Meyer of Hungary, last to go. She was the fourth best in qualifying with a score of 12.533. Something is different about Greta Meyer this season. Something's changed in her over the last year or so. I'm not sure whether it's confidence, whether it's experience, whether it's poise, whether it's a mixture of all of the above. She looks like a gymnast who is really getting stronger and stronger, and that is so exciting. She's still half a year away from her 19th birthday, but one gets the sense of somebody who's going to play a bigger role in the Hungarian team as time goes on. Yes, she was well out on one of the tumbling passes, just got the trajectory off. She was too close to the edge of the floor as she took off, but there's maybe an intangible sense of belief in Greta Meyer now. Really hits the horizontal there nicely. It's a very assured double layout, that spot on landing. Excellent tumbling. And then putting in some twisting work in the tuck position, landing it well once more. Then a double pike with little adjustment required. It's been such a pleasure to watch her over the course of this weekend. Bronze on the vault. Gold secured on the beam. What about on floor? Yes, absolutely. We saw you on the big screen. Nothing wrong with having fun while you do your job. Oh, hello. They've certainly had a lot of fun. They're going to have a bit more fun when the classified results are announced. Yeah, that's how admired she is. Other gymnasts wanting to get a photograph with her. And Medina Kalbasova should be drinking in all of this, should be celebrating it, because she's made a senior international debut here, performing alongside gymnasts that she absolutely idolises. So, yes, get a picture with them. Remember this moment for a lifetime, because she's an elite level gymnast. Second, first and foremost, she's a fan of gymnastics. That's how it all starts, isn't it? And one hopes that wherever her elite career takes her, she'll never stop being first and foremost a fan of gymnastics. Take place. Qualification has been concluded there, so just the finals. And there'll be 4 individual apparatus finals and 2 group apparatus finals tomorrow. Final calculations for this performance from Greta Moya of Hungary. It's 12.166. The classified results in the women's floor competition.